On the way out of town towards Canmore and Banff, and we get a lot of questions at NCA about this particular location. We're at the Calgary Climbing Center. Everyone who's leaving the city, if you zoom around, they see this tower here, and it's created a bit of concern. Obviously, all these towers are a concern, especially when they start deploying the small cell antennas, and then we got the cell satellites coming in. So we're gonna have our meter going. You're gonna hear the EMF radiation coming out of this thing, and we're seeing up there, we're not seeing 5G yet deployed on that tower, but obviously there's a lot of room to deploy it. So we're gonna have to monitor the site and see what happens, but we're concerned. There's a church right there, and obviously we got all these climbers coming here to work out, so that's a concern. We're getting fairly strong pulsations. We're in the mid upper extremes of EMF radiation, up to 4.61. At 4.76, there's DNA breaks in the cell, so that's a real concern, and there's a lot of effects underneath that. Adverse health effects start at 0.5, so this is already extreme concern, this site. If they add more to that tower, it's going to take it to another level. But we're going to have to monitor it. Let's go walk up to it. And it looks like there's people living there at the church. Is there, or what's happening there?
I'm not sure.
The meter is running so you can hear the EMF. Most people have no clue about this. I'm going to talk to this guy. So, we're measuring the EMF on the tower. Are you familiar with it?
EMF?
Radiation.
Oh, no, I have no idea.
It calls non-thermal effects.
Oh.
There's a cell tower right behind the building here.
I'll show you quick. Right here. So these are being deployed all over the city with 5G. And you know, there's a good side to it. You're going to have faster download speed, faster internet, but the radiation's going to go higher.
Yeah.
And there's health effects.
Yeah.
Serious health effects.
Yeah.
That are cumulative over time.
Okay.
So a lot of people see this and they're concerned with the climbing club with that right beside it.
Yeah, I didn't even know about that.
It's funny how it's not part of people's perception.
Yeah. I didn't know that was
But
fun.
here's the radiation there, you can see it. Yeah, going up to 5.8.
Wow.
0.5 is the start of adverse health effects.
Yeah.
There's actually DNA breaks at 4.76 in human cells.
Wow.
So it's really serious, especially with the 5G coming out.
Interesting.
So the 5G antennas, so if you're around the city, they are a lot smaller.
Are they?
So keep an eye out for them.
Okay.
And some of these sites are so bad now, you go there, you feel sick.
Really?
And they're in playgrounds, they're at schools.
Yeah.
And the reality is the whole system's been rigged in favor of this deployment.
Yeah.
It's money, profit.
Yeah.
But climbers, you know, I'm not going to stereotype, but a lot of them are sensitive to the environment, right? Would you say?
Yeah.
They care about, they're
yeah.
connected to the environment.
Yeah.
This is unnatural radiation.
Right. Yeah, I didn't even know about it. Like, I've never...
Well, the mainstream media doesn't want you to know,
Yeah,
right?
that
They
makes
don't
sense,
talk
yeah.
about it. It's all rigged, but you know, I think one of the least group of people would be climbers wouldn't support this, right?
I don't
Right?
think any of the climbers really know about this either.
Yeah, maybe spread the message.
Yeah.
Just so
Sure.
people are aware of their environment. Because we all know radiation is deadly, right?
Yeah.
And you could say ionizing, non-ionizing. There's over 10,000 scientific reports on radio frequency radiation with negative health effects.
Really?
Yeah, and this 5G is going to have, the exposure is going to be way more with the small cell antennas, the cell towers, and then the satellites.
Yeah.
Right? Plus Wi-Fi, smart meters,
Right.
smart city, smart country, right? Think of all the radiation. And then when you add in that, the frequency is going to be a lot higher. Because right now we're around maybe 2,700 megahertz. It's going to go up to 28 gigahertz plus. They're deploying antennas in the US 70, 80, 90 gigahertz. It's unbelievable.
Holy.
And a lot of people talk about the weapons system.
Yeah.
It's used. The millimeter wave of 5G is used in crowd control.
Yeah.
It's a beam.
Really?
And they shoot, they aim it at people, and you get pushed away, right?
Yeah.
It's already a weapon.
Yeah. Wow.
And that's what they're deploying. But there's a beautiful upside to it, that everything is so much faster.
Yeah.
But there's a real negative.
Yeah, like at what cost, right?
There's a real negative to public health, also privacy, because you see what's going on in China, right? With the technocracy, they have facial recognition everywhere, social credit score, and there's fear that that's coming here, right? We don't want that, right?
Yeah.
And look at the mask. Are you into the mask?
Wearing masks?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. It seems helpful.
But there's no choice, right? So
Right.
that's an issue right there, right?
Sure.
And there's no independent science saying they make a difference.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a big issue,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So you're forced to conform. So there's a lot of issues. Another thing coming down the pipeline is mandatory vaccinations. And there's a lot of health effects with vaccines that a lot of people aren't aware of. And there's no liability on these pharmaceutical companies putting them out. So that's a problem. They need to be liable if they're harming people, right? You want to take a look at it close up? Or?
I'm okay. I have a pretty good idea about it.
You can see the components.
Yeah.
We were just up in Canmore, so if you're up there, you do climbing up there, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
So when you go into the downtown, through the main exit, on the left-hand side by the A&W, there's a big tree there. It's fake.
Oh, really? Is that a cell tower?
It's a cell tower disguised as a tree.
Oh.
So take a look at that.
Yeah.
So we're concerned, again, that's against the whole vibe of people who are into the environment. They don't want fake, they want real, right?
Yeah.
That just shows where our society, our country, the world is going.
Yeah.
And I'll give you another example. Our bees are getting killed by this EMF radiation, and it's been going on for decades. So instead of addressing what's causing the decline, the demise of the honeybee, which is integral to the food supply, they don't address that. What they do is, we're going to have robotic AI bees pollinating.
Really?
So that just shows the insanity of the world. Instead of getting to the root cause, we're just going to band-aid it over. We're going to kill off nature, and this is what's called technocracy. We have technocrats that are pushing this. Probably the most prominent one, SpaceX and Musk, right?
Yep. Elon Musk.
He's probably the ultimate technocrat. He's working in the Pentagon.
Yeah.
Right? So, but that's where we're at in the world. It's at a crossroad.
Yeah.
I don't like this tech. I don't know about you, but it scares me, this technocratic world.
Yeah.
It's going to kill everything that is beautiful and
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So get informed on this. Check us out on there. We got lots of video.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Check us out.
Sure.
But,
can I just Google search Canadians First and I'll find you guys?
No.
Oh, right here.
Or
Right.
National Citizens Alliance.
Yeah, get on there. We got lots of videos, but these are the issues, and they're not being brought up
Right.
in public discussion, national dialogues.
Yeah.
they're being rammed down our throats. And that's wrong. But it shows those with power have contempt for democracy, have contempt for the people. They're going to do whatever they think is in their best interest. You see? And we're at NCA, we're not against technology. But if it's harming the public health, if it's taking away our privacy, you know, we're concerned. We're going to say, hold on a second. Let's look into this further, right? What do we have if we lose our environment, right? But they don't want to address the causes of things. Like, they should be addressing the cause of the honeybee. And said, oh, we'll just use robotic ones, right? And these things, especially with the 5G, they've been connected to a lot of illnesses.
Yeah.
Cancer, respiratory illness, severe impact on children, their learning, psychological, psychiatric, blood disorders, on and on, cell death, very serious. But if you see a big tower, go by, you'll feel it.
Yeah.
You'll feel it. Sick. We just had someone in Oakville. It was a Rogers tower beside a senior's home. This thing was peaked out.
Right.
And I've been around them myself. I feel sick around them, right? Because it's radiation, right? It's coming in and causing problems, right? And it's you normally get some short-term effects, headaches, nausea, dizziness. But it's the cumulative long-term effects that are a real concern. What's your name?
Justin.
Nice to meet you, Stephen.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, thanks for getting informed on that.
I'll check you guys. National Citizens Alliance.
Yeah, we're just gonna take a quick look
sure.
over here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're gonna have to watch this tower. This is a prime candidate for 5G antennas. I'm surprised they haven't gone up yet. There's the church there. I wonder how much is going through that. See that? That's direct line of travel.
Yeah,
See, it's almost like a glass, eh?
yeah, that's pretty thin.
I wonder if that's going straight through into there, because that'll be direct line. That's a concern right there, that whole wall. Nokia right there. So this is Telus. I think it's Telus. See that? Right there. Normally you see the tags so you know the frequency, but I'm not seeing any tags on it. But I think for sure this is Telus, but there it is there. We're going to have to monitor it. It's only a matter of time before they deploy 5G, but this is one example. Share your comments. We just put out a 5G public health flyer. Check that out. and we're looking for donations so we can do a mass distribution across the country. So check that out on nationalcitizensalliance.ca. It's also on our Facebook page. So we will issue tax receipts for that, but we're, you know, NCA is a vehicle of the Canadian people. We need the help of the Canadian people. The more funds we have, the more volunteers, members, the more we can do. And obviously we're motivated, and we got some great videos coming up. But share your comments, and let's get this message out.